Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Quarantine Concert Series. It's a Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern on the East Coast. I'm broadcasting live. My name is Kabir Segal. I'm your host. We're broadcasting live from my parents' dining room table. They are sleeping upstairs, and we are practicing social distancing. But we're having a party in the living room, in the dining room here tonight. Now, we do this every single night, 10 p.m. Eastern, because of the pandemic. So many gigs have been canceled, concerts, our whole way of life is really changing. And a lot of artists have lost gigs. It's not just the artists, it's like everyone attached to the live music industry, the promoters, the bookers. There's a whole ecosystem of creative professionals that are kind of severely affected by this. So we're trying to keep the music going as best we know how. And every night we're featuring wonderful artists, some of the artists I've worked with before, and some new artists that I never worked with before. If you're an artist who wants to get on the show, please send me a message on Instagram and Facebook. There's a waiting list right now to get on the show, but we'll try our best to get through the waiting list and get to you just as quickly as possible. The other thing is I want to just kind of set the scene here that we're broadcasting live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and now Twitter. And we're also live on Instagram TV. So we're all over the internet, and we're having a great time making this happen. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. Also, during the performance, you're welcome to leave a comment. We encourage you to, and I'll try to highlight some of the most interesting and evocative ones to Maddie to get her to opine. And with that, I would like to bring in one of the most incredible artists that I've come across. And she was one of the first jazz musicians that I listened to, and I just am very grateful that she decided to agree to come on the show. And so with that, I'd like to welcome to the show the great Madeleine Peyroux. Welcome, welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for doing this, Kabir.
Of course, it's my pleasure. Now tell me, Madeleine, how has the pandemic affected you? What were you going to do that's now been sort of affected or canceled?
Well, I've been fine, and everybody around me is fine, as far as I know. But I had planned to be performing live. There was a show sometime a week ago or more. I can't actually remember that got canceled. I think it was right after the national emergency was declared that we had a show booked in New York City, and then there was I think a couple of weeks of touring East Coast and West Coast through April and May that's already been either canceled or rescheduled, and that's working itself out. The truth of the matter is that I have a tendency to want to hibernate when I get off of the road. So I was staying home, not going out much for days at a time before this started. And I feel comfortable with the idea of being stuck in my apartment. But it's just great to be here now and to have a chance to play some.
Got it. And you're broadcasting. Where are you tonight? Are you in New York?
I am, yeah. I'm at home
Yeah.
in Brooklyn.
Got it. What would you like to begin your performance with tonight?
Let the good times roll.
Amen. Amen.
Hey, everybody, let's have some fun. Only living once, and when you're done, you're done. So let the good time roll. Let the good time roll. I don't care if you're young or old. Get together, let the good time Well, you gotta get up and move your little, let the good time roll. Let the good time roll. Hey, I don't care if you're young or old. Get together, let the good time roll. Now, Mr. Landlord, gonna lock up the door. And the police come around, tell them that the joint is closed, and let the good time roll. Let the good time roll. I don't care if you're young or old. Get together, let the good time roll. Now, no matter whether it's stormy weather, birds of a feather got to stick together. So get yourself under control. Get together, let the good time roll.
I know it sounds kind of small as me clapping, but I am reflecting all the love and support that you're getting from all the corners of the world that are tuning in tonight.
Oh, I hope there are people tuning in.
They're all over, and I'll be reading some comments for you shortly. Talking about the good times, let the good times roll. How do you think about when you put together your projects? It's kind of a broad question. How do you think about what is the repertoire? How do you pick the songs? I think if you're a writer, I think if it's a performer. So how do you blend your song selection on your albums between writing and picking songs that are performed or written by other people?
Well, I guess, I guess for me, music was always a vehicle to sing, or singing was a vehicle of saying something. It was my best understanding of how to get people's attention. Like, hey, I need you. That's why that was a good opening song, because it's like, hey, everybody. Um, it's such a purely clear musical melody, but it's also like extremely natural for a human being to say those notes and sing them at the same time, and it's like a perfect song that way. And obviously, I'm I think we're all drawn to good stuff. We're drawn to good songs, and I think I was drawn to really good songs in order to learn to play music. And then I sometimes get this desire to write because I have feelings about things that I would like to be able to say or hear said, and those things don't seem to be in the songs that I've discovered. But you never know. The writing is these are all different skills: playing guitar and writing lyrics, writing melodies, and singing and all that stuff. So I'm mostly a singer, I think. So
Yeah, I hear you.
because I'm not really
It
sure
does.
what you're asking me.
No, it does. So talk to me about your new single, No Meanness. What was the process like in putting No Meanness together? And I mean, obviously it's kind of on its face. We understand what the message is, but why did you want to make a song that convey this message?
um, well, we've all been going through some tough times this year and last year, and you know, tough times in a political world or tough times in a personal world, they seem to intersect. The outside world and the inside world are coexisting all the time, and suffering or enjoying life together, pretty much. I guess the point is that that song came out of that atmosphere combined with conversations with dear friends, you know, specifically one conversation in particular with Richard Julian, who is a great songwriter, who was actually the producer of this track as well, because I had a conversation with him about this sort of ethos or list of ethics that I had created, but I had what had happened was I had misquoted Bob Dylan, who was quoting the folk singer, the Irish folk singer from Greenwich Village in the 60s. Anyway, this is all a long thing where apparently the quote was, "No greed, no envy, no meanness." That was the original quote. Or maybe it wasn't no greed. Sorry, greed wasn't part of it, but it was no fear, maybe it was no envy, no meanness, no fear. One of those orders. Are you still there?
Yes, yes, I am. I'm listening.
I'm doing something weird.
No, I'm here.
Anyway, so that struck me. It was part of a Martin Scorsese documentary of Dylan that I saw that came out in like 2005 or something. And that quote stuck with me, and I wrote it down. But apparently when I wrote it down, I added like 2 more things. Like I decided that wasn't enough. And
yeah,
that was a quote that stuck with me, and that became this song.
Wow. There's a comment.
Long to answer that?
No, I like it. Whatever, this is Friday night, so whatever is easy. So I want to read a comment by Melissa Lindsay. She says, "I took my mom to see you 2 years ago. She had not heard of you before. It was the first time since becoming an adult that I felt she started to understand why I stand where I stand on certain issues. Music truly is a great equalizer," she says about your music. So, wow. Yeah, you're giving voice to helping parents and people who have all kinds of relations understand each other better, and that's such a powerful thing to be able to share with the world, Maddie. What would you like to perform next?
I would like to perform. I would like to perform Heart of Saturday Night by Tom Waits. I have to take this off. You gas her up, and you're behind the wheel, your arm around your sweet one, in your Oldsmobile, barreling down the boulevard, looking for the heart of Saturday night. Yes, you got paid on Friday, your pockets are jingling, and you see the lights. You get all tingling, cruising with a 6, looking for the heart of Saturday night. You comb your hair and paint your face, try to wipe out every trace of all the other days in the week. You know that this will be the Saturday you reach in your peak, you stop on the red, and you go on the green, and like the crack of the pool balls or the neon buzzing, telephone ringing. It's your second cousin, the magic of the barman in the corner of his eye, or that melancholy tear in your eye that makes you kind of quiver down in the core when you're dreaming of those Saturdays that came before, and now you're stumbling on to the heart of Saturday night now. Yes, you're stumbling on to the heart of Saturday night. Everything's in the key of G.
Nice, comfortable key. That was amazing. And I want to read a comment. Reagan Clausen says, "Love you, Madeleine. Your voice is so soothing, especially in these times."
Thank you, Reagan. And I'm so grateful that I have something that I can give, because there are a lot of people that are giving way above and beyond what they have to give. So anything I can do. Can I just keep playing, or do we have to talk?
No, you
just kidding.
keep playing.
Can I do?
I don't know. Do whatever you like. Yeah.
Okay. I got a song that I love by Facundo Cabral. It's called No Soy de Aquí. Can I do it now?
Please.
Okay. Me gusta el sol, Alicia. Y las palomas, el buen cigarro, la guitarra española, el saltar paredes y abrir las ventanas. Y cuando llora un varón, me gusta el vino tanto como las flores, los amantes, pero no los oidores, el pan casero y la voz de Dolores, y el mar mojándome los pies. No soy de aquí, ni soy de allá, no tengo edad ni por venir, y ser feliz es mi color de identidad. Me gusta estar tirado siempre en la arena, en bicicleta perseguir a Manuela, y todo el tiempo para ver las estrellas con la María en el trigal. No soy de aquí, ni soy de allá, no y ser feliz es mi color de identidad.
Brava, brava. Just reading some comments here. Jenna Watson says that she's seen you play a few times in Australia, and my friends and I adore her music. Right now, I'm listening from New Zealand, and I hope to see her out this side of the world again one day soon. Thanks for
Me
this
too,
session.
Jenna. Me too. Boy, I wonder what time it is there. 10 in the morning or something, huh? Maybe later.
Yeah. If you have a question for Maddie, just go ahead and drop a question, and I'll be sure to read it. I'll try to read it to her to get her to opine on the question. And before you start your next song, I just wanted to know if you wanted to chat a little bit about Anthem and what was it like putting Anthem together.
Yeah. Well, it was wonderful to write, especially to co-write with these guys, with Larry Klein, with David Bearwald, who is pretty un, un he's like singular as far as songwriters. I don't think I can imagine anybody like that. He's able to be a co-writer by getting into the idea that somebody else is working on. I mean, I guess it's just because he has such skill, but he also has such a deep level, I think, of a personal ability to understand what someone else is feeling and then somehow channel that through songwriting. Um, so, like for example, there's a song on Anthem called Lullaby. So the way that was written was I was in LA for a few days after, this was in, I guess, 2016. Um, I was touring the country and kind of touring the world too. I remember I was in Brazil, uh, and I would come back to LA to meet up with Larry Klein, Brian McLeod, Patrick Warren, and David Bearwald. And so the five of us would uh, be in a room together. Larry came into the studio that day, to the rehearsal studio that day with this bass line, which I can't tell you I can't sing it for you, so just check it out.
Hmm.
It's kind of it's an odd length, I suppose, rather than rhythm. It's not an
Mm-hmm.
odd signature, really, but
Mm-hmm.
and uh, and it was just gorgeous, And then Patrick started fleshing out the harmonies, and Brian was playing this really beautiful riff, and David Bearwald was playing guitar, and I was just sitting there and sort of no idea where to go with this gorgeous scape, and I was just having ideas of what to write. David took me after that day was over. David said, "Come on, let's go for a burger somewhere." We went and got like the greasiest, most terrible in a good way burger somewhere. I don't know. He knows L.A. So, and he graciously said, "So what are you thinking about with this song?" And I said, "Well, all I have is I have this deep desire to look at this image of a person, a woman, obviously, right? Because it's the way the mind works.
Yeah.
Um, in a little boat in the middle of a big, flat, dark ocean or water. In the middle of a just in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of water, in a little boat, almost like it was a cartoon in my head." Um, and he said, "Okay." And he literally like we talked about that image for a while. We talked about why I found that inspiring. I think, the word refugee comes to mind, but it's not just that, because there's no specific story that I had. It was just this feeling of being completely afraid, like losing everything, and what that's like. And anyway, he wrote me an email a few hours later that night, uh, with the lyrics that are in the song, just like that.
Fascinating. Yeah, what if
Yeah.
every song has I'm sure has a story. They all do, but in this case, you have such a ability to use your sort of refined craft to put these stories into lyrics, which is such a gift. Um, what would you like to perform next?
I would like very much to do an old song that I forgot. I think it's written by Ralph R- Ranger. I might have to give it to you later. Granger, and I forgot who the lyricist is. That's terrible, but I would like to play it for you anyway. Okay? It's called "I Hear a Dream."
Okay.
Oh, by the way, we're in the key of G again. I guess that's the theme. I don't know what's up with that. I hear a dream all day, a dream that calls to me. Come home again, you sailor man, sailor man, home again to the sea, where my goal is. Who can tell? Fare thee well, my darling, adieu, while my soul is on the blue. My heart is with you. I hear a dream all day, a dream that calls to me. Come home again, you sailor man, sailor man, home again to the sea, where my soul is. Who can tell? Fare thee well, my darling, adieu, while my soul is on the blue. My heart is with you. I hear a dream all day, a dream that calls to me. Come home again, you sailor man, sailor man, home again
Awesome. Awesome. Just reading some feedback. Carlo says, this is so special. Thanks for doing this. Definitely some well needed sunshine in these stressful times. And Darrell Ray says, man, this woman can sing in the most amazing way.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I love that song.
Beautiful song, wonderful singer. When did you know you wanted to be a singer? You wanted to make this a career?
I never wanted to make it a career until somebody offered me money, but I I wanted to sing,
Yeah.
but I wasn't. I was a kid. I wanted to sing when I was little, and and yeah, nobody really cared about that. Like I was in elementary school. We had a chorus. It was called chorus. We all get together. It's not called choir. It was called chorus. I guess that's a comment on how it wasn't very musical, um,
I had the same
in a
thing.
weird
Chorus.
way.
Yeah, it was in
Did
chorus.
you really? Maybe that's just an American
It
approach.
might be a Georgia thing. Maddie was born in Athens and I'm from Atlanta. So we have some
Yeah.
shared Georgia roots. Might be a Georgia thing.
Yeah. Well, this was actually Brooklyn that I'm thinking about right now. So, but it's anywhere America right now, and all I know is that they never gave me. I always was hoping that they would give me a solo, but I wasn't that kind of voice. I have this tiny little voice that's kind of dark, and it's like, why would you do that? And plus, I was in the alto section, so. But let's do a cheerful song because that I heard that comment say that it's good to have sunshine, and then I thought, well, I didn't hear any cheerful stuff yet. Um,
You started with one.
Shoot.
Let the good times roll is a
Yeah, I did. Should we do it again? No, I'm just kidding.
good. We'll do it in another key.
Well, I bet we're tired of G. I have a song in B flat. Would that be
All right.
helpful?
Let's do it. Get our trumpets out too. Keep B flat.
Who? Oh, the horns. All the horns.
Yeah. Bring out all the horns.
All right. Well, this is a Bessie Smith song, and it's called "Baby Doll." Let's give it a shot. Oh, I have another. Yeah, that's. Well, maybe that. Maybe. Actually, can I? I'm going to change that. I'm going to do a song called "Hello Babe" by Lil Green in C.
Brilliant.
So, but we can all play in C. Hello, babe. I had to call you up. Hello, babe. I was feeling up. I had something to tell you. Honey, I wanted you to know. Oh, I'm sorry, but ain't going to let you worry my life no more. Now listen, babe. Tried to catch you up. The people in your path, they said you wasn't up. I had something to tell you. Ooh, yes, well, I wanted you to know. I'm so sorry now. Ain't going to let you worry my life no more. Now, babe, I've got to say goodbye. Oh, 'cause I'm so sorry I'm about to cry. But I wanted you to know, honey, that I love you so. But hey, I'm sorry. I ain't going to let you worry my life no more. Now, honey, I've got to hang up. Oh, baby, you've got to give me up. I'm just trying to let you know, honey, that I love you so, but I Let's do something. I promise that wasn't really sunshine, was it? Let's try
It was
another one.
good. I do want to read you this comment though. I think you'll like this one. It's on Instagram. Jaha Day says, "Thank you so much for this beautiful music. I'm a nurse in Boston, and this music is like a deep breath of peace after a long week. Thank you." So you are healing
I'm
the healers.
so grateful to hear that because, like I said, I didn't hear the name of the person that said that. But,
Jahe Day.
well, Jahede, thank you for writing that in, and I'm here for you. Let me see if I can do a song for Jahede now. It's called Half the Perfect World. Every night he'd come to me. I'd cook for him, I'd pour him tea. I was in my 30s then, had made some money, lived with men. We'd lay us down to give and get beneath the white mosquito net, and since no counting had begun, we lived 1,000 years in one. The candles burn, the moon went down the polished hill, the milky town transparent, weightless, luminous, uncovering the two of us on that fundamental ground where love's unwilled, unleashed, unbound, and half the perfect world is found. The candles burn, the moon went down the polished hill, the milky town, transparent, weightless, luminous, uncovering the two of us on that fundamental ground where love's unwilled, unleashed, unbound, and half the perfect world is found.
Wow, Maddie, that was quite something. I think you're enveloping all of us in turning a
Hello?
so thank you for the. We have a few questions coming in that I wanted to ask you. One
Yeah.
question is, Madeline, who are your favorite songwriters of all time?
Oh, Leonard Cohen, Joni Mitchell, um, Bob Dylan, um, um, Hoagie Carmichael, um,
Yeah.
Cole Porter. Yeah, it's really hard to slow down on that.
That's a good list. Those are on my
It's a
list
good
too.
start. It's a good
Great.
start.
It's a,
It's a short list in the modern era. I mean, I shouldn't do Woody Guthrie,
yeah.
um, Huddy Ledbetter, um, the all those Bessie Smith tunes. I like to also think of Big Bill Brunzi as a, um, but there a lot of those people don't have uh, credits, or they're not well-known names, and I don't know all of them.
I hear you. Another question coming in is, who would you like to collaborate with that you have not collaborated with
Duke
yet?
Ellington. Shit. Sorry. Who would I
Someone
like to
who's a,
collaborate with?
yeah.
Everybody.
Do you have a dream collaboration out there that we can put out into the world?
um, yeah, everybody. All my heroes that are out there that are alive. Paul Simon. Oh God, Paul Simon's on that list. Um, yeah, Paul Simon. How did I miss that? Paul Simon.
Here together.
What?
I was saying, so when you get back to when like the world returns to normal, do you think that the experience that we're living through right now will serve as any kind of inspiration or source of material for some new songs for you?
You mean will I be have written songs?
Yeah, exactly.
Um, yeah, I've been working on some stuff. But I'm not going to show it to you.
That's all right. We don't need
um,
exclusives. Yeah.
yeah, it is going to be one of those times um, that people end up creating a lot, actually. And you know what's interesting is I don't think it's just quarantine. I think it's any time is I don't think it's just quarantine that there's a crunch, hard times for people. You end up finding a lot of creativity just bursting out of a society, and it's unfortunate that suffering, is the impetus for a lot of beauty. But I do believe that a lot of beautiful creativity is probably brewing all during this quarantine shutdown time. There's a lot of stuff going on. And even, may I dare say something that's my personal belief of mine, I think that even people that don't think of themselves as being creative, they're all this heavy duty time, the body, this sort of the essence of a person starts to have ideas. They're brewing, and they might not come to the surface, but no matter, daydreaming, doing nothing, watching TV, playing cards, whatever it is that you end up, you know, even begrudgingly you end up doing when you're shut in your house, turns out to be very uh, uh, it turns out to be the seeds for what ends up coming to you later as an idea. But anyway, that's my belief. And then there are a lot of people that are working twice, 3 times, 10 times harder than they normally are, because they're taking the load off of everybody that's stuck in, that's hiding inside their homes. And I hope that we're going to give those people a rest when the when the shutdown's over. I hope there's a way to really plan to give those people a break, a big break, an extra, more than a pat on the back and thank you very much. Hello? What? You're gone. I spoke too soon.
Hello?
I said something wrong.
No, my mute button
Oh, hi.
got my mute button got stuck. I said that sounded great, and very well said. I think you're absolutely right about how suffering kind of.
You know what you remind?
Yeah. Go ahead, Maddie.
No, I forgot.
Okay. Well,
delay
something
is good sometimes. It saves me from myself.
Yeah, well, something we can't forget is your amazing performance. So we'd love for you to play another one, if you'd like.
Okay. Are we going to get cut off if while
I don't think so. I think the internet gods are going to.
Okay.
Anytime.
Okay.
Anytime we play, it's amazing.
You're breaking up, so I think you said you just play, so I think I'll just play. If you nod your head, I can see you. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna play. Cool. Let's see. I did a song in Spanish. I'd like to do a song in French. I love song only. J'avoue, je n'ai pas vous, mon amour, avant d'avoir eu vent de vous, mon amour, ne vous déplaise en dansant la javanaise, nous aimions le temps d'une chanson. À votre avis, qu'avons-nous vu de l'amour? De vous à moi, vous m'avez eu, mon amour, ne vous déplaise. En dansant la javanaise, nous aimions le temps d'une chanson. Hélas, avril, en vain me voue à l'amour. Moi, j'avais envie de voir en vous cet amour. Ne vous déplaise en dansant la javanaise. Nous aimions le temps d'une chanson. La vie ne vaut d'être vécue sans amour, mais c'est vous qui l'avez voulu, mon amour, ne vous déplaise en dansant la javanaise. Nous Right.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Madeleine Peyroux, for joining us tonight. A real blessing on a Friday evening to share your gifts with the world. If you're listening,
Pleasure.
I hope you are at home.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. For those of you watching, please go to her website, madelinepeyroux.com. All her albums are there. She has merchandise. Please support artists. Subscribe to her on Spotify and all the rest.
Actually,
And
yeah, and I just want to mention also that I'm trying to. Oh yeah, I see the T-shirts. Those are from Anthem tours. I'm trying to post a song a day on my Facebook page, just to be able to give back to the people that are out there, that either wanted to hear from me or just need something in the background to get away. I trying to do that once a day. Okay, that's
thank
it.
you. Yeah, I'll be checking that every day. Thanks for that great initiative. Well,
It's
look,
a little goofy. It's not going to be as hi-fi as you, Kabir.
thanks to Sandra and Camilo, an amazing tech crew that works the magic behind the scenes. Check out their website right there, soundworksrecording.com. They're first-class professionals. If anyone needs like audio, visual, just mixing, mastering services, please check them out because I cannot recommend them enough. And they've really, their calendars, just like all creative professionals, was affected by this. So they've jumped in and helped, this is show number 11, I think, and it feels like a whole production with fancy graphics and everything. So thanks for making it happen, Sandra and Camilo. That's it, everyone. Tomorrow we have a double header. 3 p.m. Eastern is the matinee with Carlos Barbosa Lima, an incredible Brazilian guitarist, and Larry Del Casal. They'll be playing duet classical guitar.
Wow.
And then tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern, we have Veronica Swift, who's a terrific jazz singer as well. So 3 p.m. tomorrow and 10 p.m. See you tomorrow. God bless and stay safe and stay healthy. Good night.